Welcome to this segment of Soul, Silence, and Sound. This is brought to you by BeSimply.
Stars, trees, clouds, and the moon. They all have a meaning and they look just like you.
Welcome to this segment of Soul and Luna Cycles. This is brought to you by BeSimply, and this is Suzanne Toro, and this is part of also our Soul, Silence, and Sound segments. We are airing this segment in conjunction with the full moon in a month known as December on the 26th day in a year that will be known as 2023. And this full moon will get at its apex at approximately 4:33 p.m. on the Pacific Northwest coastline here in North America. And for those that are in other parts of the world, you will be in the day that's known as the 27th. And the reason that's important is because this is the recording structure that we have right now. Irregardless, when you run into this meditation and talk, it will serve you, I'm quite certain. Because we all are unique, and oftentimes the messages arrive when we are ready and have the space to listen. So with this full moon, the energy has been building for several days. Some of you might have been feeling this if you're listening to this close to real time. And that energy is one, in the new moon, I talked about polishing off the mirror. And so when we clean things off and things start to sparkle, we start to see things clearly. It's the veil, the metaphorical and literal veil being dropped. So you start seeing things as they are versus as you wanted to. Or we're manipulated to see in a certain way. So we've had a long history as humans here on planet Earth that have been the best word is manipulated to see things a certain way. I don't know a gentler way to say that. However, there's many of you that have been doing your inner work, and those that are listening are doing their inner work no matter when you started and when you started remembering. And so with this moon, there's a energy that comes forth that feels a little angry in nature. And the medicine to anger is patience. And typically when we're angry on the outside, we're really angry on the inside. And in particular, when you start purifying and you see things as they are, there's naturally going to be a little bit of frustration, anger, all of these things at self, not to degrade self, but being like, oh my gosh, why? So I encourage you just to allow it to be there, like maybe the little bit of the shock or the realization, and then transition that energy into patience for yourself and others, tolerance, and a soft gaze. And that'll help a lot because that'll let you create a clearer vision moving forward. If we keep throwing fire on fire, that just keeps the wheel that we're all coming out of as a collective consciousness right now. And even if you refuse to get out of that wheel, the separation has begun for the consciousness and the mind. So no longer will there be a bunch of observers under a spell, if you will. So what does this mean for you in this moment? It means congratulations on remembering, awakening, and starting your purification process. We all go through this at different rates and speeds. So if you have family members, if you have friends, if you have a loved one, you all are going through this process at a different rate because the universe is infinite and there is no beginning, there is no end. And so that in itself is a cleansing. So be patient with yourself and others. And this is a practice I typically do if I've moved beyond something. I bring myself back to a memory like, oh yeah, I participated in that, or I had that perspective at one time. Like you remind yourself, because just because you're further along in this perceptual journey doesn't mean that you're better than, nor does it mean that you should judge. And the very important reason for this is because some people have the destiny of really working in a way that requires them to go through darker spaces maybe than you. And that this is a very complex concept because it has to do with cause and effect. And also it can do with your own strength. Some people, it may not feel like you have the strength when you're going through dark spaces, but it might be because you do have a strength that will get you through that. And so this is why we don't want to continue to throw fire on each other. We don't want to pass judgment. And what we do want to do, because it's really hard to do a don't, is that it's time to reconcile, like reconcile with yourself. Like, oh yeah, especially if you feel that judgment rising up, like, oh yeah, I used to do X, Y, and Z. Now, of course, there are many atrocities on this planet that you've never participated in, and thank goodness. And so then that's like, thank goodness, I have never wanted or needed to participate in that. And that's where compassion can rise up, where maybe someone has fallen way to something they've grasped for and compromised their inner ethics and their morals and all that. Again, it's not necessary to do judgment. It's like, wow, gratitude and then compassion and tolerance. Because at some point, they will go through their transformation, whoever that is. And so as you reconcile some of these like shock moments, maybe the frustration, anger with self and others, and welcome in tolerance. Tolerance will be very important. This keeps each and every one of you that so to choose out of repeating that cycle of an eye for an eye. Like, oh, you did this to me, I'm going to do that to you. You didn't act this way, I'm going to withhold this from you. It's moving out of conditionality into unconditionality and just being tolerant and still and observing, and then looking for the shiny point that you can welcome people, places, and things to focus their attention on. So then from there, from reconciling your past and in the present moment, having tolerance for yourself and others, then you're going to move into discipline. And so with this extra space, rather than spending it pointing fingers at self and or others, this is that time to give yourself some discipline. So it's a beautiful, beautiful time as we enter into both repose and action. Our brothers and sisters in the Southern Hemisphere, you're in action, but I encourage all of you, humanity, to really look at your way of moving through your rhythm daily and add in an additional element of discipline. And what I mean by that, if there are things within you that are not where you want them to be yet, mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually, carve out a little bit of space so that you can start watering that aspect of your inner self and your outer self, meaning the different parts of the world that you participate in. For some of you, that might be extra studying. That might be putting a little extra time in at the thing that you do for the world. All of those things are so important, especially right now. And what that also does is when someone puts a little extra discipline into their daily life, and what that does is it actually gives you more free time, because you get structured enough that you can meet all the marks that you want. And then you have some freedom because you realize, oh, I have this much freedom every day, and maybe this much freedom on the days I don't need to put that much effort in. And then you can really utilize that in a way you want. Right now, the devices have become sometimes soul-sucking because they're keeping you from watering the things that you need to water. Utilize it for what it's there for, but you don't need to be on it all the time. The computer doesn't need to be on all the time. Shut it down. Give yourself a a discipline even with that, so that you really stay focused. And if you think about it, even in work environment, there are supposedly billions and billions of us in this world system. And so there's plenty to go around. So if you have business, you have goals, all those things, there's plenty to go around. You do not need to gather more than your lion's share of attention and or the amount of exchange that you have going with the world. If you allow yourself just to apply the energy to what you're trying to achieve, this will free up some space for other people to meet their needs, and it'll create a much more organic, spontaneous, very wonderful experience for all of you if we start to feel into the play and the spontaneity and the mystery of interfacing with life in this way. And that's why when one enters into mastery, they're committed to mastering inner and outer aspects of themselves, they will immediately realize there is the need for discipline. And so other things fall away that grab the attention. And that's why I bring up the technology. It basically just can suck away a lot of time. I think most of you can relate to that. And then, use it to integrate into your life where it can actually help you. And then turn it off, because we need humans. We need more humans. Less cyborgs here on planet Earth, because the humanity in all of us is what feeds the nature and the well-being of our collective mind and heart. So as you continue on, I also encourage you to look back 2 weeks ago, about 14 days ago, and see what energies were in and around you. What were you shedding? What you were letting go? And if you weren't able, or it wasn't the timing to release all of that, you might feel that pressure right now. And that can be why there's some additional agitation. It's almost like everything's coming to that climax right now. And typically this is when a woman is ovulating. So this is a time where there's a lot of potent energy for her. And for men, this is a time like your male ovulation. This is the time that you have a lot of potency, but I encourage you not to release that potency. And the same with women. If you're not conceiving, I would actually withhold your procreation, your sexual energy, if you're in a relationship, because that's yours maybe to harness with the moon versus just giving it away kind of frivolously, versus harnessing it and applying that creation energy to all things that you're creating, especially outside of the boudoir. So once you start to see that, you can almost immediately see what you're ready to reconcile. You don't have to go through everything. You'll notice what's there and what's present for you. And as you notice that it's present, I encourage you just to be with it and then listen to where you take action around it. And then it'll have a feedback loop. It'll give you that feedback, especially in the reconciliation phase. It'll give you a feedback loop. And my sense is it might inspire people to be angry because it won't be the feedback loop you're looking for. And this is where you want to have tolerance. And that tolerance will allow you to be in your Zen state of being and then redirect your energy back to where you know you want to place it. That's the reconciliation, and it's done. And to further note on that, when karma is destined or being called to reconcile, meaning to zero out your cosmic bank account on some internal or external situation, you will feel neutral at the completion of it. It'll be like, oh, it's zeroed. No more push pull. You see it where it is, and that's why, once you see it what it is, then it's like, oh, wow. And you make peace with those emotions, and then it's at zero. And then you have more space to work towards your mastery and your discipline. And as you continue to really align and have a deeper understanding of what you're being called to ultimately be of service. Your mastery is meant to be of service to community, to your society. It's not a superfluous activity. It's something that can have a great impact with self and your surrounding. It will have a ripple. So as you step into that, you will realize many beautiful things, and that you really are willing to stand in it. Maybe you weren't paying much attention to it, or you were avoiding standing in it or showing up for it. But now's the time to really okay, I'm ready to do this. And this is going to help as people go into this Gregorian New Year. If that's the one you monitor, the Gregorian New Year, you can monitor many New Years, your birthday. There's many New Years, but if you're this could be the momentum. Ultimately, that New Year is different potentially for everyone based on your faith. It's also different based on your birthday. This is your physical birth into the world and your conception birthday. They both are very potent moments to reflect and move forward. So this can be a several time a year effort for you. But as you go in, and depending on the cycle that's natural to you, it's always good to reevaluate, make adjustments, notice what's working, what's not. And also there's new things that rise up and come into your life and need your attention and are ultimately there to assist you along your infinite path to transform, serve, and shine a bright light out into the world around you. So with that being said, I'm going to welcome each and every one of you to come up into a seated position and just extend that spinal column up and then drop the shoulders down. Soft gaze down in front of you to a focal point, especially if you have a chatty mind or you like to chase unicorns during your meditation or get downloads. I encourage you to open your eyes and just stare. And then take a nice gentle breath up into your heart. And then exhale, letting even what I've just spoken just wash over you. Again, inhale. And exhale. Another one, inhale. And exhale. Good. Again, inhale. And exhale. And then gently from there, just observe your natural breathing pattern. If the mind starts to engage with thoughts or visions, just bring it back to the breath and your focal point. Gently from there, I welcome you to gently lean back and recline or move fully into Shavasana, a prone position on your back with your palms facing upward as we transition into receiving sound. As you settle in, just take a nice gentle breath into the heart and out. Again, inhale. And exhale. And one more inhale. And exhale. And then continue to follow your natural breathing pattern.
Voa
Taking a soft, gentle breath in and out of your heart center. Gently breathing in and out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Another one, inhale. And exhale. Good. And as you continue to breathe in and out, I welcome you to follow your natural breathing pattern and allow yourself to be where you are. And when you're ready, you can rise up into a seated position. And taking another deep breath in and out. Again, inhale. And exhale. And as you continue to breathe in and out, I welcome you to take a moment and just give thanks for yourself, for all that you are in the world, where you've been, where you are, and what's yet to unfold. And as you move into the next, just encourage you to be gentle with yourself and willing, if you so to choose, to really contemplate, are you ready to, reconcile? Because, these processes of clearing the mirrors, purifying the mirrors we talked about, and then there's something to reconcile. That's the true test. It's like going into the sweat lodge when you get the medicine and you see what you need to see. But the true test is, are you going to apply the medicine when you get out into the world? And that's really where we're at right now, is as you continue to purify, just to remember there will always be this process of reconciliation, tolerance, and then welcoming in a little bit more discipline. That helps. That effort will help you move beyond, especially that inner work that you're doing. And give yourself that, because as a collective human race, we have been under a lot of subconscious trauma. And so it's important that each and every one of you gives yourself the space to be disciplined about your self-care, your transformation, your rewiring, if you will, and just really stepping into this masterful place that we're being invited into. So, one, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. It means a lot to me that you create this space to look in. And I would like to thank Dante Marino, Random Rab, and Kadri Scott for contributing in their own ways to this segment. We're going to exit out with some Kadri Scott. And until next time, this is Suzanne signing out with a cool heart, a soft gaze, a deep bow, and a namaste.
The way your eyes feel on me makes me feel alright, and the way your mind dreams for me grabs me and holds me tight. So we dance along the Milky Way and stumbled on the stars and sway till the morning it comes. So I held my faith in nothing above and prayed this wasn't love, like I fell for the sun. So will you meet me in fields of flowers and pass the hours away? And I wanna see you lay down your power, kiss the moonlight and pray. And if your mind's not there, then baby tell me what's in the air. The way my eyes look for you, it keeps me up at night. And the way my mind swells for you, does it grab you and hold you tight? Tell me, baby, can we dance along the Milky Way and stumble on the stars and sway till the morning it comes? So I held my faith in nothing above and prayed this wasn't love, like I fell for the sun. So will you meet me in fields of flowers and pass the hours away? And I wanna see you lay down your power, kiss the moonlight and pray. And if your mind's not there, then baby tell me what's in the air. What do you see? How do you perceive? And what does that leave? I want it all. Let's pass the time crossing lines, but can you define? Do you want it all? Now where's your mind? Where does it hide? Now go and find it. You want it all. So will you meet me in fields of flowers and pass the hours away? I wanna see you lay down your power, kiss the moonlight and pray. And if your mind's not there, then can you tell me what's in the air? Oh yeah, oh yeah. The way your eyes feel on me makes me feel alright, and the way your mind dreams for me grabs me and holds me